Good morning, viewers. I am Meisya Salsabillah, and today I will present my PowerPoint about the teacher talk in online learning verbal interaction using Flanders interactions analysis category system. So, the background of this journal is students are expected to be able to communicate using the target language when interacting in online classes that occur during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the purpose is to investigate the types of teacher talk that are applied to students during online verbal interactions in class and how the realization of teacher talk during online classes is based in online classes interaction in class based on the Flanders interactions analysis category system. The method used in this journal is descriptive qualitative method with a naturalistic inquiry approach, the data collection and analysis to explain. The subject in this journal are grade 8 students and English teacher in SMP in Ahmad Yani Binjai Middle School. Data presentation of data in tables. Teacher's talk. According to Sinclair, teacher talks is the language used most frequently in classroom interactions, such as giving instructions, describing events, and testing students' comprehensions. According to Richard, teacher talk as the varieties of languages by teachers when they are teaching. And the last is from Alice, state that teacher talk is the distinct language that teachers use when addressing students in the classrooms. So, teacher talk plays an important role in language teaching, especially in language learning because it is a tool for carrying out teaching plans during the teaching and learning process. Teachers are not expected to talk all the time because good teaching can be done through interactive discussions with the class or with specific students. And the types of teacher talk, here you can see teacher's talk divided into two subcategories. There are indirect and direct influence. In indirect influence, the first is accepting feelings. It helps students to understand their feelings and attitude by letting them know that they will not be punished when they are expressing their emotion. And the second is appraisal or encouragement. Praise or encouragement the actions or behavior of students. For example, by giving a joke that releases tensions or just a nodding gesture like that. The third is accepting or using students' ideas, clarifying, building, or developing ideas that suggested by students. Asking questions about content or material from the lessons in purpose student will answer or giving response from the questions. And from the direct influence, there are lectures. In lectures, give information to students, giving facts or opinion about content or procedure, expressing their own idea, asking theoretical questions. Then giving directions. Giving directions, command, or orders which students are expected to comply with. The last is criticizing or justifying teachers' authority. Statements intended to change students' behaviors from unacceptable to acceptable pattern. The next is FLANDERS interactions analysis category system. This is classroom interactions that focus solely on verbal behavior, primarily because it can be observed with greater reliability than a nonverbal behavior, and because it is assumed that an individual's behavior is an adequate example of his or her overall behavior. This classroom analysis method serves as important feedback for teachers in coaching their intentions and actual behaviors in class. These systems can also be easily followed by supervisors or inspection staffs. Here from the data analysis and the result from the journal, you can see that in indirect influence, this is the categorized and the frequency, the percentages, you can see that. And the next in the indirect influence, direct influence, on the next slides, you can see that same, the categorized frequency and percentages. So based on the data, based on the analysis data, it was found that there were 6 out of 7 types of teacher talk based on FLANDERS interactions analysis category systems. The overall talks produced by the teacher themselves were 274 talks, in which the most dominant type of interactions was giving directions with 63 talks or 22.99%, and the least dominant was accepts or used ideas of students with 35 talks or 12.77%. And the last is the reason for the type of teacher talk used by the teacher during the meeting there are three reasons. There are three reasons. The first reason is to influence the students' L2 acquisition or foreign language. It means that the teacher tend to ask questions or direct to them interact more in the class to promote the target language. The teacher often appointed the students for them to speak in the classroom. The teacher stated that if this was not done, the students will not be able to talk or interact in English as they were supposed in the future. And the second reason is to influence the students' participation in classroom. Um, we can see from the data that the teacher mentioned that when the online classroom started at first, the students did not participate at all in the class. Most of them tend to not join the class at first because the lack of participation. Therefore, the teacher often gave directions to the students to avoid this problem happen again. And the third reason is to motivate the students. This reason correlates with the previous one because the students did not have motivation at all. Their participation could be counted as zero in the first online classes. Thus, the teacher gave, motivation and encouragement to the students so that they could be more confident to talk and participate more in the classroom. So that's all about my presentations. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.